Bob Rust, 4461 Kohler Drive. Gentlemen, I think you know I'm a resident of Lower Macungie Township, and I've served the township in a number of capacities, including being on the zoning hearing board. And in that capacity, I came to appreciate what a valuable asset this township has in Jim Lansceks. By my lights, he has more knowledge, more experience, and more understanding of zoning and planning matters than anybody else in this room, bar none. As such, when it comes to zoning and planning matters, I would expect the board to welcome and seek his counsel. It's within that context that I speak to you tonight. I'm also speaking on behalf of the same three organizations that have already been mentioned to you, and I'm a proud member of the Citizens for Change that helped bring these commissioners about too. At the February 16th Board of Commissioners meeting, Commissioner Lansceks made 3 points that we felt were critical regarding the Remington, Allen, Oregon proposal. Unfortunately, these points were not incorporated in your motion that you passed on to the Planning Commission. Moreover, as already been mentioned, there was no public comment, and if there had been, perhaps you would have heard, I'm almost certain you would have heard, that comments to the effect that that should be incorporated into the motion. However, it was not done. So as a result, I'd like just tonight, speak as I understand what Jim Lansceks did, speaking directly to the Remington folks about the attempt to shape their own mixed-use ordinance and comments that he had made to them when he was a zoning officer. I'm repeating what I understand was verbatim. I have 2 issues that I warned you about, and I believe we discussed this when I was on the staff level. That would be density, the question of density. This is more dense residentially than our highest residential district today. So this would be kind of setting a planning precedent that I feel is going to take the current ordinance out of balance. I warn you on density. That will be an issue, at least it will be for me. Thank you. Thank you. I'm almost through. The other issue is the recreational component. I don't feel this site, this is Jim now, but this particular ordinance needs a special recreational component. The recreational component in the Saldo right now is perfectly workable across the board, no matter what zone you're in. And finally, Jim said, again, I warn you that it's not the nature of this township, speaking of it historically, to accommodate the monetary requirements of a developer applicant for a site. It's up to the developer to work within the ordinance with good planning. On behalf of the aforementioned Joint Task Force of citizen groups, I therefore respectfully suggest to you, gentlemen, that in order to neutralize the concern about the conflict of interest just raised by Mr. Slattery, you should consider formally recalling that motion, allow public comment, and consider incorporating what Commissioner Lansceks had to say. Doing so will provide the Planning Commission with your acknowledgement of the importance of the points that he made, the performance of my former zoning officer, now Commissioner Jim Lansceks. Thank you for your attention and consideration of these remarks.